Okay, guys, I want to let you know next Sunday we're gonna have a test about the class that we have today. So please remember that class, memorize. Another thing is we have to remember the verse. Okay? Thank you.
Let me say this. Oh my gosh, why am I getting so many texts? Hold on. Wait a minute. We're gonna have a test tomorrow? Hi guys! Hi.
Hi, best friend.
Hi. I'm hearing that we're gonna have a test tomorrow?
No, chat, I'm literally so nervous for the test because I completely forgot what everything was about. Like I'm so lost right now. I don't even know what to study.
Wait, there's a test?
Bro, are you guys serious? I took notes, guys. Maybe I can share them if you want. Wait, hold on. I took notes too. I think it's about that big fish that ate a guy.
Someone got eaten by a big fish?
That's not what happened, no.
Okay, so actually, like for real, what did happen?
Okay, so let me tell you the story of Jonah.
In the city of Joppa, there is a prophet named Jonah, son of Amittai. He was walking in the city when the word of the Lord came to Jonah, saying,
Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you.
But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed to another city named Tarshish. He went down to the seaport, where he found a ship and paid the fare.
Welcome, welcome. What can I get for you? Hello, may I please have a ticket to the city of Tarshish? Yes, sir. It's going to be $50. Thank you so much. No problem. Enjoy the trip.
So he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. He was in the middle of the sea, and then the Lord sent a great wind on the sea. Such a violent storm arose that the ship threatened to break up. All the sailors were afraid, and each cried out to his own God. To help themselves, they threw the cargo into the sea to lighten the ship. But Jonah instead had gone below deck, where he lay down and fell into a deep sleep. The captain saw him and went to him and said,
How can you sleep? Get up and call on your God. Maybe you will take notice of us so that we will not perish.
Then the sailors said to each other,
Come, let us ask lots to find out who is responsible for this.
They cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. So they asked him,
Tell us who is responsible for making all this trouble for us. What kind of work do you do?
Where do you come from? Where is your country? From what people are you?
He answered,
I am a Hebrew, and I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land.
This terrified them, and they asked,
What have you done?
The sea was getting rougher and rougher. So they asked him,
What shall we do to you to make the seas come down for us?
Pick me up and throw me into the sea, and it will become calm. I know that it is my fault that this great storm has come upon you.
Instead, the men did their best to row back to land. They could not, for the sea grew even wilder than before. Then they cried out to the Lord,
Please, Lord, do not let us die for taking this man's life. Do not hold us accountable for killing an innocent man. For you, Lord, have done as you pleased.
Then they took Jonah and threw him overboard, and the raging sea grew calm. At this, the men greatly feared the Lord, and they offered a sacrifice to the Lord and made vows to him. Then the Lord provided a huge fish that swallowed Jonah, and now Jonah was in the belly of the fish, praying for 3 days and 3 nights.
And my fear I called to you, God, and you answered me.
I felt like I was stuck in a deep, dark place, but you heard me call for help. You let me go deep into the ocean where the water surrounded me and the big waves crashed over me. I thought you can't see me anymore, but I will still turn to you. The water was all around me. Seaweed was stuck on my head, and I sank way down, feeling I was trapped forever. Many people turn to fake gods and away from God's love, but I will praise you out loud and offer all to you. From what I promise, I will do, and I will say to everyone, salvation comes from the Lord.
Salvation comes from the Lord!
And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. One more time, the Lord spoke to Jonah, saying,
Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you.
Jonah obeyed the word of the Lord and went to Nineveh. Now Nineveh was a very large city. It took him 3 days to go through it. Jonah began by going a day's journey into the city, proclaiming,
In 40 more days, and Nineveh will be overthrown. In 40 more days, and Nineveh will be overthrown.
The Ninevites heard this and said,
What is this man saying? In 40 more days we will be destroyed? Let's go and warn our king.
They believed what Jonah said. Jonah's warning reached the king of Nineveh. He rose from his throne, took off his royal robes, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat down in the dust. This is the proclamation he issued in Nineveh.
By the command of the king and his nobles, do not let people or animals, herds or flocks taste anything. Do not let them eat or drink, but let people and animals be covered with sackcloth. Let everyone call on God. Let them give up their evil ways and their violence. Who knows? God may relent and with compassion turn from his fierce anger so that we will not perish.
When Jonah saw what they did and how they turned from their evil ways, he relented and did not bring on them the destruction he had threatened. But to Jonah, this seemed very wrong, and he became angry. He prayed to the Lord.
Isn't this what I said, Lord, when I was still at home? That is what I tried to avoid by running away to Tarshish. I knew that you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity. Now, Lord, take away my life, for it is better for me to die than to live.
But the Lord replied,
Is it right for you to be angry?
Jonah had gone out and sat down at a place east of the city. There he made himself a shelter, sat in its shade, and waited to see what would happen to the city. Then the Lord God provided a leafy plant and made it grow up over Jonah to give shade for his head, to ease his discomfort. And Jonah was very happy about the plant. But at dawn the next day, God provided a worm, which chewed the plant so that it withered. When the sun rose, God provided a scorching east wind, and the sun blazed on Jonah's head so that he grew faint. He wanted to die and said,
It will be better for me to die than to live.
But God said to Jonah,
Is it right for you to be angry about this plant?
Yes, and I am so angry, I wish I were dead.
You have been concerned about this plant, though you did not tend it or make it grow. It sprang overnight and died overnight. And should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, in which there are more than 120,000 people who could not tell their right hand from their left?
So that's the whole story, guys.
In the story, what can we learn from this Jonah guy who got swallowed by a big fish?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Question mark.